Hello everyone, the next two Studio Ghibli Steelbooks have arrived. The first one is one of my only 3 or 4 favorite ones, Nausicca, The Valley of the Wind, one of the earliest ones that I saw in the first real Ghibli movie in the library. A brilliant classic, absolutely love this one. Carefully open that up here. I like the shade of green, these 4 here in particular. Look at this, and I love how there's just slightly different shades of reddish and more of like a candy red, and there's a different red with Spirited Away, and they look at the green of the Mighty Neighbor Totoro next to Nausicca, and it's a different shade of green. Just looks really nice. I like the way they did a somewhat limited color palette, but then different shades of each of those colors. We have again this thing on the back here that I always get rid of. And the back of the steelbook. Open her up. And this is what the cover art usually is on the Blu-ray and DVD, and even back to the VHS copy is that cover there. So I do love with these, as I said in the first video, how it's a different cover art that we normally don't see. So remove the booklet here. Beautiful artwork. I love the use of insects in this one. I just love the way that works in this movie. And I have both the Blu-ray and DVD copies. Sit in there very nicely, and I do like how they have this little overhang here so they don't rub against each other, because sometimes with these it'll be this design, but this will be perfectly flat, and so the top one is kind of rubbing against the top of the whatever disc is underneath here. But here we have the artwork underneath, so I like the way that's put together. Next up, we have Kiki's Delivery Service. It's really pretty purple. Kiki's has never been one of my absolute favorites, but it definitely is one of the most charming. And it's one that, for me, has a little more of almost like a Disney vibe than many of them. I don't know why, but for some reason I always had that feeling with this one. Another great classic movie. I don't think there's ever been one from this studio that I've not enjoyed, but Kiki has definitely been more towards the middle of the pack, maybe, for me. Again, the back, remove that. Blue spot there. And it's been interesting so far how some have a little bit of artwork on the back and of the steelbook, and others do not. This is probably, out of the ones we have here so far, might be my favorite overall cover. Princess Mononoke might be my overall favorite. This may be my second. I just like the way it looks and the way the birds are going around her. It gives it a nice kind of layered effect. Has a little more depth to the image. Open it up. We have, again, the more standard cover that we're used to in releases in North America. And this cover I've seen on a lot of Japanese editions, this image here. And both the Blu-ray and DVD. And the inner artwork. I'm glad these are not just plain on the inside. I'm happy that there is more artwork throughout the whole package. So there's our first 5, and we have a few more on the way, and this collection in the background here will just keep growing with each one, and eventually we will have all the steelbooks. And again, I really hope that they continue this into next year and eventually release the majority of the back catalog.